this funk. Thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, high late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Realize life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and breathe and connect to myself and all that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress. The rain be looking like when blessings drop in. And so I got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah. Let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Woo.
Constant salute. Welcome, welcome. Salute everybody. Welcome to the podcast tonight. I promise y'all this episode it's not going to be very long at all, but I feel that I need to address this once and for all. And hopefully by the end of this particular podcast, we could go ahead and move forward. Okay. November 15th, 2022. November 15th, 2022. November 15th, 2022 was the day when I had released my video saying that I was leaving State Game. Those of y'all who ever seen the video, it is available for you to watch it. But however, ever since after November 15th, 2022, I've been seeing different videos that have been made about me. A lot of people had different perspectives about why I left State Game, why I moved on. A lot of narratives were put into place as well too. One of the biggest narrative that was put place, preferably from my former colleagues, was the whole notion about loyalty. George Chit Chat, she was the first one to do a rebuttal video on me on leaving State Game. Then after one, George Chit Chat, Money Boy Trey, he did the one video. Then a lot more other content creators covered this as well, too, and did videos of me. Now, throughout this whole time while all this has transpired, right, guess what I was doing? Absolutely nothing. I didn't respond back. I just stayed focused to my current goals that I have for my particular channel and my particular brand. So I didn't respond back. I didn't do rebuttal videos. I didn't enter into what people call beef or nothing like that. I let whatever was being said about me, I let it be what it was. And the reason why is because I'm on a level in my life where now a lot of things do not bother me because I've been through a whole lot. So I know how to handle controversy. I know how to handle when people have negative things to say about me. You could honestly say that I developed tough skin. That's why nothing what people say, especially on YouTube, bothers me. Even in this situation that we're going to talk about right now, I'm not bothered by it, not one bit. But however, as a man, all I want is for this to be over and resolve and move on. After November 15th, 2022, my former one colleagues were doing a whole lot of indirect jabs at me. They'll be on panels and they'll be talking about, whoever they're talking about, then just out of the blue, they'll either mention my name, they'll say certain things that I say, certain lingo that I will say. But even while they was doing that, doing all this indirect stuff, guess what I was doing? Staying focused on my brand. Staying focused on building my platform. Not even entertaining it at all, period. There are people right now, like other people channels that I've been to, there have been situations where we be in conversation and the conversation leads up to what happened between me and my former colleagues. And even in the conversation that I have, now one time I use any type of ad hominems against them, never talk bad about them and nothing like that. In fact, all I stated was my reason why I departed from State Game and gave them the courtesy and respect. Hell, it was even times where I told them like, hey, I'm not wish them the best on whatever it is that they're trying to do, but I'm just not going to be in that space because I knew the direction where they was trying to go. I knew that ultimately Moneyboy Trey, Gabe, Mad Militant, they wanted to move into the space of becoming beef content creators. That's what they wanted to do. And I advised them not to do that. I told them that it wasn't good for business or anything like that, especially for my brand. But they wanted to go into that direction. Cool. Can't stop them. They're grown men. They can do what they want to do with their platform. But however, I have every right to do what I need to do what's best for my brand and my platform. So I decided to exit out. because the stuff that they was doing, it was started to affect my brand. I'm a one type of businessman where I don't mind networking with people, right, as long as we are all on the same accord. But when people start, instead of seeing me for being me being urban, people was seeing me for being state gang. Oh, here come urban. He's part of the state gang. He's gonna come and troll and beef us. Then he's gonna summon Money Boy Trey, and they're gonna put in our chat. They're gonna throw stakes in our chat. So I had to get away from that because I knew that wasn't me. So I've been dealing with this for 8 months of all the indirect posts in the community wall, all the jabs that they threw at me. And yet still, I didn't say nothing. Just let it ride because I can't stop grown men for speaking against me. But however, I can control me. And that's what I've been doing, controlling me. But however, I had took the time to actually watch the state gang celebration last night. And here's another thing too, where I say that I still respected them, but I just didn't agree with what they was doing. Here's another thing about this, is that I still respected them, where I still watched certain content that they put out there, as long as it wasn't beef content. If it was something dealing with beef or they beefing against somebody, I didn't watch it. But if they was talking about certain things that was, interesting, then I'll watch it. I'll give them a review. I have sat there and watched Mad Militant shows. I watched Gabe shows. And I watched certain shows that Money Boy Trey did. Longest it didn't have nothing to do with beefing. And I still had that utmost respect for them. But I had watched the State Gang anniversary show last night. And the show, it went according to how the way I expected it to go, because that's exactly the same, pretty much the same thing what we did last year. But they end up saying something about me towards the end of the show, and I want to share this with y'all. And this is going to deal with what I'm going to talk to y'all about tonight, dealing with conflict resolution and dealing with ending this once and for all. I mean, to be honest, to be quite honest, it seems like as though that I'm in a bad relationship where the ex don't want to get over me. I done moved on and did my own thing. Never said anything negative about them. And even on this show right now, I'm not gonna say nothing negative about them at all. I'm not gonna use no ad hominems. I'm not gonna cuss none of them out. But I'm going to point out the truth. So let me share what they said about me last night. All right, and we're gonna jump into this, because I want y'all to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. That once when I do this, I guarantee that this will be my very last time addressing anything about State Gang ever again while I'm on YouTube. Because they're, like I say, they're not my content. My content is way different from what they're trying to do. All right, so let's hear it.
PMP, we need Renty so we can block Urban when he bring his fake ass in your chat.
Man, I had blocked him the other day and shit. I just wanted to stop seeing his comments. Matter of fact, it was like 2 weeks ago. It looked like I was talking to him, man, like that shit. Like, get you out of the way.
He's so gay. And let's not forget that the alpha male and the bro, you still saying that shit?
I haven't seen anything alpha yet.
Damn. Talking about Urban might start the damn whirlpool here, goddamn. Damn.
No, I'm
Fuck
done.
it. Oh. Bro, I was about to...
He just said, fuck being a therapist. I'm a DJ now. That's my
So
goal.
we're about to get to the start heading towards them flip-flopping son of a bitches and shit.
I'm on the ones and twos, bitch. Because I have 1,500. And only 3 people showed up for the celebration. Damn.
Hold on, what did I just miss? What did you say? Who showed up to what? 3 people?
I said he's got 1,500
I
people.
know we better have more than 3 people
showed
up
for
for
the
this
celebration.
3 people showed up to his celebration. Oh, okay.
All right, so let me give y'all some context about what they're talking about, okay? And before that, let me throw this disclaimer out here real quick. Now, besides Moneyboy Trey, Mad Militant, and Gabe on the panel, Room Shaker is on the panel, and also Rush is on the panel too. I want to throw this disclaimer out here saying that Rush and Room Shaker did not have nothing to do with this. That was just there to celebrate the show. They never said anything, okay? Because I know how it is in the YouTube streets where sometimes people will attack the people who's on the panel. And so I'm giving y'all that disclaimer to let y'all know that Rush and Room Shaker didn't have nothing to do with this, all right? That was just on that panel at that particular moment, okay? But let me give y'all some clarity about what they're talking about. There's another one, content credit, that's on a part of State Gang, or at least affiliated with State Gang. That content credit name is PMP, Pardon My Presence. Now, whenever one Pardon My Presence have a live, or he do his videos or do premieres, I always show up to support him. The reason why I support PMP is because PMP always been respectable to me, first of all. And second of all, the reason why I support him is because I like the content that he put out. The type of content PMP put out, I can relate to it a whole lot. I like his presentations, I like his analysis on it and everything. So when I go to support PMP, of course, Mad Militant, sometimes Gabe, and Moneyboy Trey will come into the chat. So I don't say nothing to them while they're in the chat. I don't acknowledge them or nothing like that. But however, I stay focused and acknowledge PMP because that's who I'm here for, is to support PMP and to give my perspective about whatever type of content that he's putting out there. So what they're talking about is that Trey is sitting up here asking PMP to give him a wrench so he can block me for participating in the chat because I don't acknowledge them in the chat. Now, the reason why I don't acknowledge them is for the simple fact because for 8 months, they've been doing all these indirect jabs, have been being disrespectful. Even though I'm choosing the high road and be respectable to them, I'm not going to let them be disrespectful back to me. Nor, I'm a grown man and I don't have to acknowledge you in the chat. Let's just keep it cordial. We are here for one purpose, which is to support PMP. Just keep it cordial. Even when I'm in the chat, I don't say nothing bad about them. I don't talk about them or nothing like that. I don't even acknowledge them. I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing to them. I only address what PMP is talking about in his content, and that's it. And once when the content is over, I leave. So Moneyboy Trey is sitting up here asking PMP to give him a wrench so the next time he have a show, he could block me. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is not the only time that Trey has did that. Where another content creator gave him a wrench and he started blocking people just because he don't like them. So that's what they're talking about. So they did this whole through, what's this, a minute and a half just to say this. But we fixing to break this thing down, and I'm gonna give you my perspective on this whole entire thing. All right, let's go.
PMP, we need renters so we can block Urban when he bring his fake ass in your chat.
Man, I had blocked him the other day and shit. I just wanted to stop seeing his comments. Matter of fact, it was like 2 weeks ago. It looked like I was talking to him, man, like that shit. Like, get you out of the way.
He's so gay.
And here's another thing that he's mentioning too. Notice right off the bat that he's using ad hominems. Those of y'all who don't know what ad hominems are, it is when a person use direct insults to you to try to convey a point. So he used the ad hominem saying that he's so gay. The reason why he's saying that is because, first of all, he thinking that by him saying that is going to trigger me, which is not. Because I know who I am. And it don't matter what people say about me. I know who I am. That's the first part of it. And the second part of it, let's say, hypothetically speaking, that if that was the case, if that were true, which is not. Why is it an issue with you? Not only that's weird, but also that is a textbook definition of being homophobic. So in a way, that's what you're literally doing. You're literally being homophobic. But am I? No. And he knows that. And the other part of this, the reason why he's saying that is because a lot of my content that I talk about, I deal with talking about modern day women. I deal with talking about either alpha men, sigma men, and beta men. So he was using that as an attempt to try to rebuttal my content or what I'm talking about. And I'm going to be honest. By him using that ad hominem, that clearly shows to him that he's been a beta male. Because only beta males does that. Where they try to insult another man just so they could prove their masculinity. I don't have to prove my masculinity to anybody because I know who I am. I don't have to prove I don't have to prove anything to anybody on her. But apparently he feels that he needs to do that. But if that's the space that he's in, that's the space that he's in. All I could do is respect it and move on. But let's continue.
Let's not forget that the alpha male and the bro, you still saying that shit?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still talking about that. Absolutely, I am, because that is part of my niche. Absolutely. It is no different from you deciding to be a beef content creator and do videos or series on people. It's no different. You made that be your niche. Cool. Do you. But yeah, that is part of my niche. Absolutely. And I'm not going to change it just because you're saying something about it or because you have an issue about it, or it could even be because you're jealous about it. I don't know. I'm only making assumptions. I don't know. But let's continue.
I haven't seen anything alpha yet.
Damn. Talking about Urban might start the damn whirlpool here, goddamn.
Absolutely it did. Because to be honest with y'all, well, in the first, like when I was doing all this indirect stuff, the reason why I never truly addressed it, because it was indirect. It wasn't no substantial evidence of them doing it. And so if I were to go live and say, oh, they doing indirect stuff without evidence, right? Then it would make me look foolish because all they have to do is come back and rebuttal and say, no, he lying, he doing this and that and that and that, whatever. He hating on us. So I just sit back and just let them rock out. I let them cook. Until one day they end up falling on their own sword, which is today. Today is that day where they fell on their own sword, where instead of them playing it safe and do all the indirect stuff that they was doing, they decide to come all the way out and be direct. And this is where we at right now. Exposing the truth. So y'all can understand that this type of behavior that they was doing, I didn't ask for this. I never trolled them. I never beefed with them. Never put no content out about them. Hell, they put out more content about me than I have about them.
Damn.
No, I'm
Fuck
done.
it. Oh. Bro, I was about to...
He just said, fuck being a therapist. I'm a DJ.
And also, Gabe is talking about fuck being a therapist, right? I never said that I would stop doing that. I'm still doing that. All I did was change the name of my brand. That's it. I still give people advice. My shows that I do, towards the end of every show that I do, and my moderators could tell you this, towards the end of the shows that I do, I always have a accountability and solution moment. Every single time. To challenge people to do things different or have a different perspective. So I haven't stopped that at all. All I did was rebranded myself, but I'm still doing that even to this day.
Therapist. I'm a DJ now. That's my
So
goal.
we're about to get to the start heading towards them flip-flopping son of a bitches and shit.
And here's another thing too. When Gabe mentioning that I'm being a DJ, yeah. Being a DJ is also part of my niche as well too. Because that's something that I'm interested in doing. Which is nothing wrong with that. But however, y'all have a problem with that. A matter of fact, ever since when I started taking being a DJ serious, right? Have y'all noticed that they've been mimicking the things that I've been doing? When I started taking DJing seriously, they started changing their stuff up. They start improving their stuff. The reason why is because they trying to compete with me, but I'm not competing with them. Hell, to be honest with y'all, I'm not competing with no one on YouTube. It's only one person that I compete with every single time I do my content, and that is with me. I compete with myself. That's why sometimes when y'all see me, I may change some stuff up because it may not be good enough for me. I don't care what other people think. I only care about what I think. But even when I do that, guess what they've been doing? They've been improving their content. They've been sitting up here doing DJing and stuff. At first, the closest DJing that they was doing at first was sit up here using their phone and putting their phone on the speaker and jamming music. That's what they was doing at first. They wasn't using no avatars, no nothing. They wasn't using no digital images like I do. None of that. Until I started doing that. So they started mimicking that. And that's not the only thing they've been mimicking. They've been mimicking a lot of stuff that I've been doing. But yet it's still, I didn't say nothing about it. Wasn't tripping about it. Hell, I found it respectable and flattering because I'm influencing them. It's certain stuff that I see other people do and I end up mimicking it because it's, to me, it look like it's something good, so I just do it. So it ain't, I'm not saying that there's something wrong with they doing because there ain't nothing wrong with trying to improve yourself, but at the same time, you got to give credit where credit is due. I noticed that Mad, he started changing his special effects and everything because I was doing it. A matter of fact, when we were together, I used to encourage all of them, every last one of them who's part of the state gang. I used to encourage them every time. I used to tell them, like for example with Mad, I used to tell Mad, look, man, you need to improve your digital imaging and stuff because you're really good at that. And me and him used to talk all the time. He used to share me his images. He used to say, hey, man, Herb, how this look? He used to send it to me in an email. How this look, Herb? I'm like, all right. I mean, yeah, it's cool, but, you could do better. And so that's what he was doing. I encouraged Gabe to actually start being an actual content creator because Gabe was not coming on panels. He was afraid to do it. But I started encouraging him to do that. I encouraged Trey to not only do the stuff that he was doing on his shows, but I also was encouraging him with his rapping and stuff too. But let's be real. Let's be honest about it. Throughout me pointing out all this stuff on them, right? Encouraging them, motivating them when we were together. Guess what they was doing for me? The bare minimum. Did I care about that? No, because I don't need people to encourage me because I have my own self to sustain me. But at the same time, it was there. Where it was bare minimum. That's all it was, just bare minimum. Whenever I do a live, every once in a while, Trey will pull up, depending on the topic that I'm talking about. He'll pull up, he'll throw a steak in the chat and leave. Mad will pull up, throw a steak in the chat. Depending on what I'm talking about, he'll either stay or he'll leave. Gabe will come into the chat, throw a steak in the chat. Depending on what I'm talking about, he'll either stay or leave. Now, I know what Trey's going to say. He's going to say, no, Urban. See, you're not being honest and stuff. I showed you out. Yeah, you did. You showed me out. Absolutely. Now everyone, I gave you you remember I gave you cash app? So yeah, you did. You did. I'm not gonna take that away from you. I'm not gonna lie. You did. But at the same time, it was bare minimum. I'm just being honest. It was, as the late Kevin Samuels would say, average at best versus what I was pouring out to y'all. And y'all want to know the crazy part about this whole thing is that even though I want this thing to be over and done with so we can move on and go our separate ways, I still wish for the best for these dudes. I really do. I really do. I just believe that what the path that they chose wasn't a good business move to me. But let's continue.
I'm on the ones and twos, bitch. Because I have 1,500. And only 3 people showed up for the celebration.
All right, so let's talk about this. So Gabe, this is Gabe's second time mentioning about when I had made it to 1,500. When I made it to 1,500 the first time around, Gabe had did a show, and at the beginning of the show, he was talking about that. And he was indirectly stating how jealous he was of that. So let's talk about this 1,500 thing and 3 people in the chat. All right. I could tell right off the bat that all of y'all do not truly understand the whole concept about the YouTube algorithm. Okay. Every content creator is not in the same sector, or every content creator is not in the same niche as you are. My niche is totally different from y'all. So of course, people is not going to be in my chat. The type of niche that I am a reactionary channel. I react to certain things, certain trendy topics that come out there. And I am a DJ. So my niche is very broad, meaning that there are a lot of people that are ahead of me that I have to compete against. So of course, I'm not going to be in the algorithm. Of course, my lives is not going to have a lot of people in it. That's what it's supposed to do. So to compare me and comparing y'all, or comparing me to Trey or any other people who's part of the B sector, it's like apples and oranges because we're not the same. We don't put out the same content. That's why it's possible when you go into the channel, right, you see him have like either like 75 to 100 people, depending on what topic he's talking about in this chat. But at the same time, you also got to understand that that B sector, or what y'all call the T sector, or whatever you call it, right? That is only a small fraction of what YouTube is. That is why whenever you go live and you do whatever you do, that's why your chat would go no more than 200. Because that's the limit that the algorithm is going to let you go because of the people that you're associated with. Because that algorithm is going to push out everyone who subs to your channel is going to preferably push out to them people so they know that you're live. That's how the way it works, depending on your niche. Then another thing too about the numbers thing, right? Me personally, I don't worry about numbers. I don't care about that. Y'all care about that, but I don't. I don't care about how many people are in the chat. I don't care about how many people come in it. I don't care how many people watch my video. I don't care about that. The reason why is because I only care about me putting out the content. That's it. because I'm passionate about my brand. I'm passionate about my business. So it don't matter to me because I know that eventually, as long as I stay focused and keep putting out content to the best of my ability and to make it be quality content to the best of my ability, all that is going to come. So I don't even look forward to that. When it been times where I DJ and there was nobody there. And guess what? I still DJ with nobody in the chat but me. I didn't feel bad about it or nothing like that. I wasn't even mad about it. I was enjoying myself with no people in the chat because this is my passion. I'm not driven by YouTube just by trying to make money. Even though by me staying focused and staying consistent, I know that eventually the money will come. But it starts by me having that mindset of having the passion of what I do. That's what matters. That's why I want people to see when they tune in to my podcast or me DJ. I want to see them want to see me being passionate about what I do.
Damn.
Hold on, what did I just miss? What did you say? Who showed up to what? 3 people.
I said he's got 1,500
I
people.
know we better have more than 3 people up
showed up
in
for
this
celebration.
3 people showed up to his celebration. Oh, okay.
All right, because so that's the end of that. All right. That's the end of it. So let's talk about accountability. Let's talk about some solutions. Then I'm gonna be done with this. I'll be done with this for good. The accountability part is this. Money Boy Trey, Gabe, Mad Militant. It's time for y'all to get over whatever it is that y'all have an issue with me about. It's time for y'all to man up and let it go. Because I guarantee to y'all, I do not have no issues with y'all. Never did. Until now, until y'all did this. But I never had no issues with y'all. It's time for y'all to man up and let this go. Now if there are some things that I had did to offend people, I am big about apologizing and moving forward. But I know without a shadow of doubt that I have not did anything to them. Now, of course, I know they could say, well, what about you be saying? So what about you be saying? Forget your haters. You be calling haters and stuff. I'm not talking about y'all. When I be mentioning about my haters or people trolling and all this stuff there, I'm not talking about y'all. I'm not even talking about y'all indirectly. I am talking about certain people who comment on my videos, who give me feedback. That's who I'm talking about. Unless y'all are the people who've been coming on my videos and stuff like that, then yeah, I'm talking about you. But when I'm giving that type of feedback, it ain't because I'm trying to beef or nothing like that. It does me being a content creator, which at the end of the day, we all on here as content creator, which is the clout. That is part of the job to do. And that's all it is clouting. But nah, I don't say nothing about y'all indirectly or anything like that. To be honest with y'all, this is my first time actually directly saying something to them. So, gentlemen, once again, I wish y'all all the success in your endeavors or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish on YouTube. Knock yourself out. I'm not here to dictate and control you. I'm not here to tell you where you should or shouldn't do or where you should or shouldn't go. You could do you. But however, with me, I'm not doing that. You can't make me do that, and I'm not going to do that. Y'all probably say, well, Urban, well, what about you in our ops? You in our ops. So because you with our ops, that means you're a part of the ops and you are ops. Bro, do you know how immature that sounds? I am a grown man. And no matter who channel I decide to go to or who chat I'm going to go to, I'm going to go to it. Hell, I've been to y'all channel. I have not in comment on your channel, but I've been on there watching your shows. That's to show you support. But I'm a grown man. The hell if I'm gonna let a grown man tell me where I should go or what I should do or who I should or shouldn't support. If that's y'all space and what y'all do over there, then do that over there. That's on y'all. It don't have nothing to do with me. Matter of fact, all that beefing and stuff that y'all allegedly going through stuff, it don't have nothing to do with me. I didn't participate in that. I didn't want to manipulate y'all and tell y'all to do all the stuff that you did. Y'all chose to do that. Y'all chose that, not me. So yeah, I'm gonna go wherever I want to go. I don't care who it is. If I think that you cool, and also you being respectable to me, yeah, I'm gonna pull up. Depending on what you're talking about. And I'm not gonna stop. As long as people show me respect, yeah, I'm gonna pull up. So if you have a problem with that, then that don't have nothing to do with me. That has everything to do with y'all. Which that goes into the line of a certain form of insecurity. Maybe y'all feeling insecure because y'all feel like that y'all never could control me. And here's another thing too, since I'm getting all this out off my chest and stuff, right? Here's another thing too. Y'all never told me to be a part of the state game. Y'all didn't hit me up one day and say, hey, Herbie, I think you're a dope person. Want to join the state game? Y'all never said that to me. I chose y'all. I chose to be a part of that. I chose to deal with the stuff that y'all was dealing with. Throughout that whole entire year and a half of y'all doing that, y'all cannot sit up here and lie and say that I never told y'all not to do the stuff that y'all was doing, because I did. On the back end, I told y'all not to do the stuff that y'all was doing. I even jumped on panels with y'all and told y'all not to do certain stuff that you was doing. There be certain times where, even with George Chit Chat, I got on a panel with her and told her, like, man, why are you doing this? And the reason why I did that is not because I'm scared, but I see potential in them. I see that we could be better than that. I see that we could rise and be better and show people that us, especially as African American people, black people, that we can rise together and put out content. We don't have to resort in doing beefing content all the time because you feel like that's the easiest thing to do. Sometimes the easiest thing is not the best solution. Sometimes it takes for you going through the fire and building yourself up the long way. Hell, that's what businessmen do. Businessmen such as Elon Musk and all them, they wasn't billionaires just overnight. It wasn't something that was inherited. They worked for that. They went through blood, sweat, and tears to build themselves up, to get to that level. So if they can do it, we can do it. And that's what I'm doing. The moment when I said I had left State Gang, I had lost a lot of subs that day. Was I upset about that? No. Was I disappointed? No. It actually motivated me. And so ever since that day, I was proving to myself that not only I could get to 1,000 subs, I could surpass that and get it to at least 1,500. And I did it on my own without State Gang, without being promoted by anyone. I put in the work. Even right now, I'm way past 1,500. Hell, how the way I'm projected right now, I'm probably gonna be at 3,000 subs probably by the mid where we at August. I'll probably be at over 3,000 subs by August because I'm putting in the work to promote myself and my brand. I'm not giving up. So I chose to be over there, not the other way around. I chose to deal with whatever that came with it. I chose that. I made a decision. There were certain things that I suggested to them to do. Am I proud about it? No, I'm not. But as me being a man, as me being a mature man and learning from the errors of my way, that's when I decided to leave. And one last thing too. In the beginning, I started off talking about one of the main conversations that people was talking about loyalty, right? Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. You're not being loyal. I'm going to be real with y'all, okay? The only loyalty that I have is the loyalty for my family. That's it. That's it. I'm not going to sit up here and be quote unquote loyal to people that I don't even know. Because to be honest, I don't know people on here. I know of you. I know by your avatar. I know by your voice, but I've never seen anyone in person. I never had that personal interaction nor connection with you to deem that I should be loyal to you, or to even deem that I should even be an actual friend or anything to you. So I treat it for what it is. There's people who's on YouTube who I consider as associates. No different from me working at my job. I'm not sitting up here at my actual job, sitting up here trying to connect with people at my job. I'm there for one reason and one reason only: to work, make money for my family, and go home. But that is me. I'm not saying that you should be like me. Some of y'all feel that, hey, I should establish connections and everything here. If that's what you want to do, do it. It is nothing wrong with that. But in my particular space, I'm not like that because I don't know people. And plus, to be honest with y'all, I am actually an introvert person. So meaning that it takes a lot for me to really get to know a person and for me to really open up my life to a person. I have to really know you. If I don't know you, I don't know nothing about you, I don't know nothing about your family, I'm not going to open up to you. You only going to get this version of me, and that's it. That's how far I would go. So therefore, you're not entitled to me, nor I'm not entitled to you. So forget all that loyalty thing. If that's y'all space, then rock on. But as for me, no. And just like I say, I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm just being honest and being as transparent as possible with y'all. Now here's the solution. The solution is simple, gentlemen. Whatever type of quote unquote beef or animosity or whatever you have against me, I'm just suggesting that you just let it go and just move on. Because once again, I don't have no beef or animosity against any one of y'all. So just let it go. Let us be cordial. It is nothing wrong with being cordial. If I don't want to speak to you, then I'm not going to talk to you. Unless you show me respect. If y'all start showing me, some respect and respecting me, then yeah, maybe I'll say something to you one day. Furthermore, another solution is that I'm not the one who's doing this. So therefore, if you feel like that this whatever it is, you want it to continue or whatever it is, you two relationship, whatever it is that y'all making this to be, I'm all for y'all apologizing to me because just like I say, I haven't did that to you. That what y'all did, that was not deserving at all. I didn't deserve none of that. What y'all said. So I'm good with the apology. You can apologize to me. We good. We could apologize. We could dab it up and we could just move forward. So, gentlemen, the ball is in y'all court. Well, what are y'all going to do? You got two options. You can take everything that I'm saying on this podcast tonight, and instead of trying to listen to try to defend, you could take it and listen to understand where I'm coming from. And you could take that, learn from it, and move on. Or you could do the latter, where you take this, you're not listening to understand, you want to listen to argue and fight. You end up on going correcting clips, doing a whole 20-part series of this. And not letting this thing go. But the thing about it is that either way, this is considered as a checkmate for y'all. Y'all the one who brought this on y'allself, not me. I'm only addressing it. So in one move, your quote unquote ops is going to want to see y'all for how the way y'all really are. Everything that I'm pretty sure they've been saying different things about y'all. So everything that they probably allegedly was saying about y'all, it just came to light on this podcast tonight by the evidence that I presented. So the choice is y'all, how the way y'all want to move. But just like I said, this will be my very last time addressing this. This will be my very last time speaking about State Gang. This will be my very last time speaking about Moneyboy Trey, Gabe, Mad Militant, or anyone else who's affiliated with State Gang. Now, I didn't mention nothing about the Cypress or anything like that because they don't have nothing to do with this. I didn't mention nothing about D-Truth because he don't have nothing to do with this. So don't take it as though as I'm sitting up here trying to attack them too, which this is not an attack. All I'm doing is pointing out the error of your ways, and I'm giving you the opportunity to do what's right and to change. Because I guarantee to y'all that after this, I guarantee that I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to take the high road and to steal, even though y'all being so disrespectful to me, I'm still going to give y'all an olive branch and be respectable to y'all, even when you don't even deserve it. I'm still going to do that. But however, with y'all, will y'all do the same thing? Will y'all finally let it go and move on and do whatever content that y'all do? I can't control y'all, and I don't know what y'all going to do. But I guarantee this, that I will not be there. I guarantee that. I won't be listening to none of your shows no more or anything like that. I guarantee that. So, gentlemen, the choice is yours, what you want to do. And I'll leave it at that.